everybody a certain review here. To review a certain side of the Accelerator, chapter 20 all the way to chapter 23, I believe. Because, you know, chapter 23.5 and 25 are basically the same thing, and it's kind of a funny skit. So, yeah. So, what I'll be doing is I'll be just going through the chapters pretty quickly. Just basically just talking about the bigger points of each one, and all that stuff. I'll probably put, like, maybe 2 pictures for each chapter, so I won't have less to work with. I don't have to put in every freaking picture, which I could probably do the same thing for the other ones, but I'm not the real here. I mean, if I did that, I don't know, maybe it makes me have to look lazy, I guess. I don't know. But, the reason I'm doing this is because, you know, it's going to take me forever to do them individually. So I'm like, some people kept saying, hey, why don't you do it all in one go? I'm like, yeah, that's a dumb idea. And then I thought of it, I'm like, oh, wait, no, it's not dumb, because Railgun's kind of big, too. But I'll probably do the same thing with Railgun, that way I can just make both of them all in one videos. And if they start doing it coming out individually, then I'll just review them individually. So, yeah. So, basically, where chapter 19 was when Accelerator was still fighting the, or was it? No, I mean 20. But yeah, 19 was where we left off, where he was fighting the robots in chapter 20. It's a little bit more different, actually. It's been a while. I'm afraid I'm going to mix it up and just ruin everything. But, actually, wait 1 second. I'm sorry for this sudden... I just want to make sure about something, just make sure I'm on the right track here. It's been a while, because I reviewed chapter 20, like, probably like 5 weeks ago, and I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, it's chapter 23, yeah. What was this one? Was this the one that I was kind of pumped about? I'm terribly sorry. Usually I'm prepared, but I should have took a look at this before, but... I just want to make sure I'm not getting my chapters mixed up here, but yeah, whatever. I'll just briefly mention it. Okay, so basically what's going on so far is that the sister got kidnapped, and the killer was going after her, but the robots were experiencing some, like, apparent powers, you know, because they were stuffed in, like, the bodies of level 3s and 4s were kind of stuffed in the bottom, and then the robots dead, and they were kind of taking the powers from them. Accelerator was having a little bit of a trouble fighting them, because each one could have their own little powers, but, he seemed pretty decent from the following, how the chapter is going quick, because he beats them later, and, you know, buildings freaking crash. It's just action-packed all around, just buildings crashing, and just robots shooting these big cannons, and it's pretty epic, and the robot designs are pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, but, later on we get to more of the meat of the canon and the story, where we find out that Adonias kind of has a past with Haruhi, where they were kind of, I'm not going to say classmates, but friends. I could say classmates, but, you know, it was kind of weird how they brought that up, because it was like she just kind of came in out of nowhere, you know, volunteering for the research or helping it in some way. Now, we don't really know if she's, like, what type of magic cabal she's a part of or not, but, you know, it's very clear she was probably sent there to spy, but it's like, crap, what was his name? I forget the guy's name. It's like, I did remember it, but I completely forgot it. But, yeah, it turns out this guy kind of knew that he was going to... He knew that he was a spy, but she was helping good anyway, so I guess he didn't really care. But, and later on, it kind of turns into this thing where she actually was friends with Haruhi, who Haruhi is actually his sister. So, yeah. And, kind of weird how she's naked all the time, or at least seems to be. We could all know that. Oh, we know she's wearing, like, a white suit or something, because they don't really... There's like one panel where we see up close, and it looks like she's wearing something, so I don't know. But, yeah, it turns out she died in somehow, some way. I don't know how. But, it turns out that the girl was trying to resurrect her, which that turned out pretty bad, because an evil spirit possessed her body. And, yeah, we're moving into evil spirits now. I mean, we have freaking dragons, we have gods, we have... fairies, possibly werewolves, vampires, and yeah, evil spirits. I'm not surprised, honestly. But yeah, some of the other, like I said, as I said, some of the later chapter was kind of really action packed, and we meet if the chapters are really just kind of separated. But yeah, she pulls out a knife. I forget what it was called, but I guess it's a knife that specializes in just killing resurrection people, or maybe it's just a good weapon or her personal weapon. I don't know. Maybe she didn't summon it earlier on because it just took time, as we saw. But apparently, yeah, they know each other, and we see that Sorry? She's got the evil spirits kind of in her still. But she doesn't talk. Well, she didn't really seem to talk before anyway, when we seen the little flashback panels. But, it's kind of weird. It's like, what, is she like deaf? Can she not talk? You know, you don't really know. And, you know, and as we know also, the scientist guy wants to stuff Accelerator in, like, the robot, so he's kind of... He's trying to lose him as the robots are coming back to his base, which, you know, is kind of dumb, I think. You know, hey, let's lose Accelerator, the guy that's freaking super fast, yeah. And, he's not called Accelerator for just this random reason, he's actually super fast. But, yeah, this Accelerator's kind of chasing. They just blow up buildings. Accelerator's just saving people all everywhere, and it's just like an anti-skill agent is just... What was it? Yeah, it was anti-skill. And he was just like with these group of people, and the robot gets like a big cannon and shoots the building, and it falls down, fixing the fall down. But Accelerator destroys it or lifts it away, I forget. But it's like, shouldn't you be doing your job? And yeah, I thought that was funny. But as I said, the chapters weren't really... Like, you have one chapter that was just all canon, or at least all, like, exposition with Adonias and, I forget her name, the animation. I can't believe I forgot her name, too. She's pretty cool. And it's like, she's also wearing an anti-skill uniform, so we don't see her in the cloak anymore. She's just looking kind of cool. It still looks cool, I guess, but yeah, whatever. And, where's Last Order? And, oh, she like at the hospital, fine. But, Accelerator actually kind of makes it back to the scientist's place where like he busts through the door, or at least a wall, and confronts them with him and his sister, kind of surprised at it. His sister almost looked like she was fixing to attack, but he kind of held her back like, hey, wait, we can talk about this, right? I mean, I know I've been dismembering bodies and just putting them in these robots and stuff, and I don't know if you like that or not, you're a fan of that, but, you know... But it's like his whole plan, basically, revolved around where he was trying to discover or think of a way, like, to make Esper stronger, but he discovered when they're dead and he cuts, like, a body part off. I don't know, I forget if he was doing this when they're alive, but, like, you know, cuts body parts off, they get stronger in death. Like he said later on, he does it, but they only get experience that when they're in death. So I guess he was doing Dead Boss. I couldn't remember if he explicitly said he was doing it for a lot of people to see, but I think he was. I forget. But yeah, he says that he's just been doing this, and he finds out that they get a little stronger, they can do a bit more stuff. But he's been doing it in the robots to test it out. But I guess yes, they've been getting stronger, but he hasn't really experimented, or at least doesn't have the research to really pull it off, I guess, or the money or the best equipment. So I guess he got kicked out of the place because, you know, hey, you shouldn't do that or whatever. I don't know. But I guess he spoke directly from the dark side, like he was working for them at some point. But I guess he got kicked out for some reason. I don't know. Usually the dark side of Academy City is pretty lax with that stuff. Like, oh yeah, come on, it's just let's bring all your cults and all of your research over to our side, you know. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. But, he was kind of explicitly saying how, you know, hey, Accelerator, I want to use your body. Why don't you come join me? And all this stuff. Accelerator, as we know, just kind of gives him the finger, basically, and says, you know, you're just a really crappy villain. And he just kind of... The funny part is he pulls out this device, like, aha, I have this device that can run by the robots. And Accelerator just kicks he's like a kick motion, and just destroys the thing, and he has the space. But it's like, aha, I tricked you. I had another one in my back pocket. And he just hits the button, and it just... Robots come back online. Pretty much, they kind of bust in. Well, they don't really bust in behind. I forget what happened. It's been a while. Like, I read this chapter probably a couple days ago. I read it twice, which I remember it pretty briefly, but it's kind of hard to remember if that... I think it just came back online. It's headed towards them, but it's like, you know, he's saying how he's going to make this supreme, like, being or whatever, and we see his sister kind of standing up and tubes coming out of her back, and she has a pretty messed up expression. So, yeah, that's the end of pretty much the whole chapters. As I said, mainly chapter 20 was just action, 21 was exposition, 22 was, again, just action, and 23 was just exposition. So there's a pattern here. That's why I'm skipping around, not really talking about the action as a whole. But, yeah, there's that. And then 24 is just, you know, just boobs. Pretty much. Like, Accelerator and Adonias are just playing a game together, and it just kind of revolves around this whole thing. But it was funny, I enjoyed it. Accelerator just at the end just playing, it's like, it was funny, like, having Kansas is like, you play video games, Accelerator? He's like, shut up, he's just playing on his PSP or whatever. But, I imagine video games at Academy City are pretty cool, actually. You know, they have, like, these future goggles and stuff. I mean, come on. I mean, their video games, they must be pretty cool. But, if I have to go to Academy City, if there was actually if I was in that universe, I had to go to Academy City. That's probably the only reason I go there, just to play some video games, see how they are. But, yeah. Those are those chapters. I'm expecting a pretty good fight next chapter. It feels like it's fixing to end the arc pretty soon. But, yeah, it's been fun. I'm enjoying the Accelerator chapters. I'm glad they're going into more like, explanation, you know, about how Adonias knew Haruhi. Even though it's kind of unclear yet if she's actually just, you know, a spy, or she's just, you know, it's really unclear who Adonias really is. Like, I know she's a magician. She didn't really say where she was from exactly, but we know she was spying on him for some reason, and she just accidentally formed a friendship. I don't know. Kind of weird how he doesn't speak, but I guess that's just a thing. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm just kind of wondering if this is going to end in, like, sadness. It kind of feels like that. Like a messed up sadness. But, yeah, I really hope Adonias lives. I really do. Like, we don't see her at all, and, like, I don't think so. We could have gotten hints, but for all I know. But we don't see her in, like, the Index anime, so I'm hoping that maybe later down the road we actually get to see her get in canon. Even though this is kind of canon too, but, you know, side stories. But, I really am hoping that we do get to see her again, or she doesn't die. I really like her. She's like an oddball. Like, she's like Yoko. Like, she's not violent, but she's just kind of crazy, and I like her. She's really cool. And, I'm wondering what that blade she's sewing does. It look kind of like an Aztec blade or whatever, cutting out people's hearts or something. I don't know what she's gonna do with it, but obviously, it may be used for, like, maybe to exorcise the evil spirit out of Haruhi. I'm kind of curious who that evil spirit is. Like, she expressly said the name of it, which I forget, but it's like an individual evil spirit. So, yeah, Index. Alright. I know I should be surprised. No, we got freaking every mythical creature up on here now. Sheesh, why not add freaking ghosts? You know, sum up the freaking story. It's kind of funny. It's like, I like the everything in every mythical, spiritual being in one thing. Like, it's not, you'd think it'd be overwhelming, but I mean, they're relatively introduced you know, pretty expressly. Like, it's not overwhelming. Like, they introduced it in, like, very long lengths of time. So, because that's what the side stories do, like, you know, Railgun kind of introduces science stuff, while right now Accelerator's introducing the whole magic android body thing. But, yeah, so I'm really excited for where this is going to lead. I hope that, who knows really, I mean, I heard some stuff maybe announced in, what was it, October. I hope that maybe when this arc ends, like, we can get an Accelerator anime. You know, I mean, I want to see that animated. That'd be cool. Even though that'd be kind of weird, since I think they would let it go for, like, a couple arcs before they actually do it. I forget when Railgun, how they did Railgun. I think they let it. I think it was actually, I think Railgun S, the Daihase Festival was happening when Railgun S was happening, I think. So, I don't know. But, yeah, enough of my rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I shall see you guys on my Railgun review, and I will catch you guys later.